This all starts around 6 months ago. A rural farmer in eastern Oregon was alerted when a prize cow went missing. After searching in the early morning sunlight for hours at Silvies Valley Ranch, they were unable to come up with anything. Until, that is, they came across a timbered ravine, rife with vultures and unpleasant smells. The rancher and some farmhands came across the missing cow, which was now deceased, and while this isn't uncommon for ranchers, a few things just weren't adding up about the prize cow's untimely passing. There were absolutely no signs of blood apart from the damage the vultures had done, which is very strange if it were to be some kind of animal attack. Furthermore, there were no tracks, human, animal, or otherwise, around the now dead cow. No evidence of it being shot, attacked by predators, and later, after being confirmed in a toxicology report, no evidence that it had eaten any poisonous plants or been bitten by any venomous animals. The only thing to suggest any form of damage was that its sex organs and tongue had been completely removed, very carefully and with a surgical precision, and the previously $6,000 cow was left for dead. In the coming few months, no less than 7 of these cows were found within a 1.5 mile radius of the original cow, all strategically butchered with the same exact precision of the first. No indicators that anybody had left or covered up footprints, which an Oregon police officer, Deputy Davies, says is almost impossible in the dusty country in and of itself. Furthermore, these cows not only had their tongues ripped out and their genitals mutilated, but had almost every drop of blood sucked from their body, with not one leftover drop of blood or piece of DNA around the scene of these crimes. Rumors have quickly started to rise. Law enforcement officially says that they believe someone is intentionally killing the bulls, but refuse to elaborate on their suspected motive or reasoning, even turning the mysterious circumstances surrounding the dead cows into the FBI for further investigation. They still haven't commented on their progress, if there is any at all. The rural, normally quiet area of Oregon has been living in terror for the last few months, with many townsfolk theorizing what could be behind this. The police department said that many people have called in reporting unidentified flying objects or UFOs around the ranch, which, while some may consider far-fetched, is an explanation just as far-fetched as the circumstances. Something interesting to note is just how many people called 911 the last few months, saying that there were black, silent, helicopter-like aircraft around Silvies Ranch at the time. At the very least, a really interesting piece of the story. Another theory that has some credence comes from the police department. They have an open investigation on the cows and have publicly said that they've been investigating rumors that a cult is ritually killing the animals. With an area commonly inhabited by cult-like activity, and the surgical precision at which the parts were stolen, they believe that this is more likely than anything else. The police say it would be near impossible for somebody to be acting alone with this kind of precision, without it taking a very meaningful amount of time to perform the crimes. Not likely for so many continued killings. The last, and maybe most confusing theory, is that the farmers could be doing the killings themselves, to generate some kind of interest for the ranch. This has been primarily perpetrated online in comment sections, but with a loss of over $6,000 per cow, it doesn't seem likely, and they have almost no reason to want to generate national interest, especially in such a costly way. I can definitely say that this is one of the strangest cases I've ever seen in real life. It feels straight out of the X-Files, and it's no wonder the theories are so far out there. There simply isn't any simple explanation for this. Even if you break it down to its simplest pieces, or go with the simplest explanation, it has to be pretty convoluted. No footprints or blood around prize cows that have been surgically cut open is no simple task to perform. Personally, I think it could be some kind of cult-like activity. Things like livestock and animals have been commonly targeted by cults for their rituals, but even this seems convoluted. At the end of the day, you'll have to make your own decisions on what you think could be going on in this simple Oregon town. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been working and theory crafting on what we could do to give you guys an even better viewing experience and reach a larger audience. Feel free to leave comments and feedback on what you would like to change or be implemented. Again, thank you for showing out, and I will see all of you crazy kitty cats in the next one. Peace.